Alright, we're back. And I'll probably need to reselect. Yeah, DOSBox needs to be reselected. Need to restart my timer. And there we go.
Yay.
Alright, so we're going to select a mood, creative/board, and remind me to save after this episode is over. Move, creative/board. Okay, that's it. So creative or board?
Creative.
You can walk over to Dad, or begin mixing mud and water.
Mix mud and water.
The mixing is best accomplished when done by hand. You imagine that you are a world-famous chef. First, the course will be mud soup. This will be followed by mud burgers for dessert. Mud pies after you are finished. You look for Mom, walk over to Dad.
Walk over to Dad.
Dad is still sleeping, but looks like he might be the perfect dinner guest. You ask him if he would like to try the mud soup. You can feed him the mud soup, or make believe you are feeding him the mud soup.
I will feed him the mud soup.
You are going to actually feed him the mud soup. Wow.
Yes.
This will be...
I don't know no better.
This is going to be interesting. You carefully dip the shovel into the bucket and remove some mud soup, complete with seashell vegetables. You are going to rub the tiniest little bit of it against his lips, certain that it will not wake him up. At the last moment, you reconsider the act. You can keep feeding him the mud soup, or make believe you are feeding him the mud soup.
Well, fine, I'll make believe it. James like, don't feed him. You crazy.
You occupy yourself for several minutes, making believe that Dad is eating the mud soup. Then you realize that the mud burgers and mud pies are still not eaten, in quotation marks. I don't know why I just did air quotes, but... You fix Dad a nice, juicy mud burger. Perhaps he wouldn't notice if you put a very small amount on your finger and put it on his lips. You can put some on his lips, or get tired and go someplace else to play.
Go someplace else.
Smart move. Chicken! Don't you know most kids your age can't get away with murder? Just think of how much fun it would have been to feed Dad the mud burger. On the
something more interesting.
On the positive side, he won't have to remember that when you want to borrow his car later in life. You are playing outside on a warm, sunny day. I forgot to save, damn it. You are... Sorry, that wasn't actually part of the thing. Carefree or tired?
Carefree.
You can dig a hole, ride your tricycle, or practice gymnastics.
Practice gymnastics.
Crash! You do a cartwheel right into a glass door, knocking out a large pane, and you die.
What?
Sorry, you must have slit your throat on the glass, or, oh no. Before Mom or Dad has a chance to see what you've done, you touch a large piece of broken glass and begin to bleed. Whom do you want to go to for help? Mommy, Daddy, nobody.
Mommy. Mommy.
You think that Mom is more tender than Dad. She washes the cut carefully and doesn't mind that you cry a little when it stings. You haven't had a tetanus shot, though. You must go to the doctor and get a painful shot. You suffer temporary physical discomfort. How would you get a tetanus shot? I thought you only did that when it was rusty. Or when you were bitten by a rabid animal. I don't know.
Or bitten by a person.
Or a rabid person. Early in the afternoon, you watch your mom as she tries to wash the clothes. Since the washing machine is always broken, Mom has given it a name. Just like a pet. The washing machine's name is asterisk, ampersand, %, $sign. You have a toy washer just like it. Later in the afternoon, your parents tell you to go into your room and play. while relatives visit. You can be neglected or bored.
Bored.
Well, you are being neglected. Are you sure you don't want to feel neglected?
Fine, I'm neglected.
You can make believe you are mom, or you can occupy yourself with something quietly. You can occupy yourself with something quietly.
Pretend to be mom.
Really? You want to end up like your mother? Really? Fine. Don't blame me when... Alright, playing pretend makes you the grown-up sending mom and dad to their room. Now you pretend to be just like mom. You are washing the clothes. You can call out the name of the washer, or you can keep quiet.
Call out the name of the washer.
So you can loudly swear. This will be awesome. Oh, bleep, you bleep. You sound just like mom. This is fun. You scream it loud so everyone can hear how big you are. You hear pounding feet. Thump, 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 thump. It's mom. She looks upset, but in reality it's her own damn fault. This is very confusing. You get a lecture about the good words and bad words. Washing machine seems to be a bad word. You don't quite understand. Obviously your mom's a bit of an idiot because that was completely her own fault. At any rate, you walk into your bedroom, about to go to sleep. The dark shapes stare at you from every corner of the room. Headlights cast eerie shadows on the walls. You have heard that the tickle bugs sneak into little girls' rooms and hide under their bed to get their victims during the night.
Oh.
PhoenixTsukino is about to check in to her room in the Twilight Zone. Frightened, tired, or brave?
Frightened.
You can look under the bed, go under the covers, or just go to sleep. See, that's the annoying sound that plays during the new Skype thing whenever your call gets disconnected. There we go.
Hi.
So, you can look under the bed, go under the covers, or go to sleep.
Look under the bed.
You search under the bed and see the shadows of toys and socks left under the bed. Weird. You search under the bed and see the shadows of toys and socks left under the bed. Weird sentence. A stuffed animal's glassy eyes shine through the darkness. Everything is quiet. What was that? Only a noise from downstairs. Or was it? The tickle bugs don't seem to be here. Not tonight, anyway. Suddenly an axe-murderer comes out of the closet, and you die. I need to save. Why do I keep forgetting to save?
'Cause you're dumb.
Okay, you need to just scream out save as soon as you think this has come to a logical conclusion. You are in a large department store with your mother and her friend. It is so crowded that all you can see is a forest of tall grown-up legs. Your mother lets go of you so she can feel the material of a dress she wants to buy. Everything is buzzing. Look, the toy department! Your mother is very neglectful. You can be curious, adventurous, or tired.
Curious.
You can stay where you are, or take some steps towards the toys.
Take some steps toward the toys.
Your desire to explore the surroundings is commendable. Make sure that you keep an eye on your mother so that you don't get lost. You can take more steps, or go back to mother.
Take more steps.
Everything is so fascinating, and all the toys have batteries in them. You walk over to touch one, and before you know it, you're lost. See, if I were clever, I would put the Lost logo up there now. And that would be pretty awesome. You can ask a stranger for help, walk to the left, walk to the right, or stay in one spot.
Stay in one spot.
The black smoke monster comes up and kills you. Or a man in a blue uniform finds you and reunites you with your mother. You are greatly relieved that your mother would not leave you someplace and forget about you. Yes, it's very relieving. You behave yourself for the rest of the day as a gesture of thanks. Alright, now I need to save. So we're going to save. Alright. I'm really hoping that this one compresses properly, because we're like 10 minutes in before I saved, so we miss 10 minutes of stuff if we have to replay this section. But anyway, I'm sure people would understand. A group of your parents' closest friends have come over for dinner. You are fed early and put upstairs to entertain yourself. You can be angry, depressed, or curious.
Curious.
You can try to sneak downstairs, or try to attract your parents' attention.
Sneak downstairs.
Your mother has put up a gate so you can't get downstairs. Oh well, it might be fun to see what you can do upstairs. Something your parents would normally not allow you to do. I'm glad you didn't take offense when they didn't invite you to their party. If you have to stay upstairs, you might as well have some fun, right? You can jump up and down on your parents' bed, remove all of your clothes, and go downstairs. What? Or you can...
It just said I could go downstairs. Why would being naked change that?
Being naked changes everything.
The game just gets weirder.
Turn on the TV set as loud as it will go.
Jump on parents' bed.
Boing, 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 crash! Wow, you just keep bashing yourself into things. Windows, floors... I don't even... You fall off the bed and land on the floor, knocking your head on the bedpost. Your mom rushes upstairs. You are more afraid than in pain, but you get a lump on your head anyway. You sit on the couch downstairs for the rest of the night. This isn't as much fun as you thought it would be.
Grown-ups are lame.
It is the middle of the day, and you get that heavy feeling in your stomach. You think it might be time to go to the potty. Your mother is not in the immediate vicinity. You can be spiteful, concerned, or panicky.
Concerned.
You're not gonna panic? Oh my god! What do I do? I don't know what to do. You are concerned. You can call for mom, try to get to the bathroom, or let nature take its course.
Try to get to the bathroom. This neglected bitch won't help me. I'll do it my
I
damn
don't know.
self.
I don't know what your mom is doing. She's like the worst mother ever. Anyway, you run towards the bathroom, taking little steps and holding both hands at your rear end. You are not normal. You are... Oh, sorry. It is you are determined. You have arrived at the bathroom door and reach up to turn the knob. Your small fingers slide around the shiny chrome knob several times. It is difficult to get a good grasp. You can give up or keep trying.
Keep trying. Because she's not going to help me, obviously.
No. You finally grasp the knob and enter the bathroom. The toilet bowl looms up at you like a huge porcelain boat. What? Okay, you can pull down your coveralls or you can lift up the lid.
What?
You
What
can...
choice is that?
I don't know. One usually precedes the other, I'll admit. But, you know.
Lift up the lid.
You really have your priorities in order. I can see you securing an upper management position in a large company at a very young age. The lid flips up without a problem. You deftly remove your coveralls and panties in one smooth motion. Good job! You climb up on the pole and get your business done with. You can call Mom in to show her what you've done, or you can flush the bowl.
Oh, Mommy. See, this is what happens when you don't pay attention to your children. I could have drowned in the toilet.
Showing others what you have accomplished is a healthy thing, as long as you do not overdo it and become pretentious. Your mom makes a big fuss over what you've accomplished. See, she asks you to wave goodbye to the BMs. You have begun to master the art of self-control. Congratulations.
Save.
No, I already saved.
Oh. Hey, you told me to tell you whenever it seemed appropriate.
Okay. Your mom must get her teeth fixed, and you must go with her to the dentist. You sit in the waiting room for a very, very long time. Mom must run out and put money in the parking meter. In the middle of a dentist appointment? Anyway, Mom sits you on the floor, gives you a magazine to leaf through, and tells you to behave. You can be patient or mischievous. Once again, your mother has abandoned you, but you are going to be patient. You can remove your shoes, grab the magazine, or be a good girl.
Grab the magazine.
It is a Playboy. You begin to leave. Oh, sorry. As coordination isn't. Your coordination isn't terrific. As you lift the magazine, the cover tears with a loud rip. A lady spies you from the corner of her eye and gives you a dirty look. You have made a lifelong enemy. Unconsciously, you reach for your sword, but then find it's missing. Oh, I'm sorry. I must be confused. Ignore her. You stick your tongue out at her and give her a raspberry, or blow her a kiss.
Blow her a kiss.
You are a lesbian. Oh, sorry, what a little angel, the lady says. Come here, you little doll. You can go or stay.
Guess I'll go. That's not the best idea.
Your social sphere takes a wicked hop. You are all set to develop the charm and grace that can really take you places. What are you doing with this woman? And color me intrigued. Anyway, the lady gives you a nice thick piece of chocolate. Yum.
Woo! I got chocolate. Yeah!
Why does a woman just have chocolate? You ever
What
wondered?
woman doesn't just have chocolate? What's wrong with you?
You just carry chocolate with you in your day-to-day activities?
Yes.
Seems weird.
Silly man. You wouldn't know.
No, I guess not. Anyway, today is Dad's birthday, and you would like to make him breakfast. Apparently, you can be extravagant or practical.
Practical. So lazy.
You can try and make eggs, try and make cereal, or ask Mom for help.
Try and make cereal.
You don't know how to be practical yet, silly. Why don't you ask Mom for some help?
Shut up, game.
Okay? Or you want to do it yourself?
I want to do it myself. Leave me alone, game. Let me make my own damn decisions.
You do a lovely job of redecorating the kitchen. When Mom and Dad come into the kitchen, you yell, "Surprise!" They turn around and head back to the bedroom. You are still not completely familiar with using the toilet. It is still quite fascinating to you. This is supposed to take place earlier in the game, but, you know, that's how it goes. The cutscenes aren't even in the right order in Final Fantasy XIII, as I just found out yesterday. So, this game was made in the 80s, so I'll forgive it. You are still not completely familiar with using the toilet. It is still quite fascinating to you. You have just finished, and have cleaned yourself like a big girl. You can be playful, / curious, or content.
Content.
Yeah, it's good when you're down the toilet and you have that nice content feeling. You can watch the toilet paper disappear into the toilet, Make a boat out of mom's brush and float it in the toilet, or leave the bathroom.
Leave the bathroom.
Without flushing? You're just gonna leave?
Yes, because apparently I am 2. I don't need to do nothing.
Actually, we haven't checked your age yet. You have resisted a strong temptation. You deserve a cookie. There are some on the table over there. Would you like to take one?
Yes.
Yes. You didn't ask permission first. You get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. It's time for a child your age. It's hard for a child your age to be perfect. Don't sweat it. Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's take a look at your age and stuff. Okay, so name, PhoenixTsukino. Age, 2 years, 1 month. Occupation, occupation, none. Relationship status, unattached.
That's lame.
Your
Soon, mother.
Your familial is 87%. Intellectual is 93%. Oh, you're pretty bright. Your physical,
I'm a genius.
Your physical is 51. You're about to drop dead. Your social is 88. Vocational is 50. You are 77% calm, 78% confident, 72% expressive, 10% gentle. That sounds about right. 86% happy, 53% thoughtful, and 49% trustworthy. You have $1,046. You have no debt.
Yay.
You are a rich 2-year-old.
Yay, hooray for Grandma.
The phone rings while Daddy is ironing a shirt. He must leave you alone in the room with the iron. So apparently it's your dad is neglectful too.
God damn it, that's why I don't have an attachment to anybody.
You need to be in like support care or something. I don't know, man. Seriously. Okay, you can be helpful or cautious.
Cautious.
Yeah, this is a health one. It's always good to be cautious. You can play quietly, or you can help Dad iron the shirt.
Play quietly.
I warn you, in these, you can actually die.
Oh, Lord.
And Stein Eric has. Dad realizes that you are alone with the hot iron, and calls you into him. You run into the room. See, at least your dad, like, realizes what he's done and, you know, tries to fix it. You run into the room and trip over the iron cord. You fall onto the floor, and the hot iron lands on your hands and arms. It hurts a lot. You are taken to the hospital. You suffer minor burns. Young skin heals quickly. You are very lucky.
It is a douche.
Ooh, we get another health one. You are eating at the house of one of your parents' friends. You were told by your mother to be on your best behavior, all in caps. Something that you ate has disagreed with you, and you now feel very sick. Select a mood. Queasy.
What?
Select a mood. Queasy.
If that's the only choice, then I guess.
Select an action. Ignore it, throw up and get it over with, call Mom, or try to find the bathroom yourself.
Let's call Mom this time and see if she actually helps me.
Mom puts you off for a bit. You can't say you didn't try to warn her. Your stomach rumbles. Blech! You throw up all over everything. Mom is angry at herself and embarrassed. She hangs herself and the next day. You now grow up with only a single parent. You are in the back seat of the car during a very long ride. Okay, your mother's fine. There. You happy now?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I have a very dark sense of humor, apparently. You are in the back seat of the car during a very long ride. You can be tired or active.
Active.
You can ask questions or play games.
Ask questions.
Mommy, how are babies made? Oh, you can ask one of the following questions. Where are we going? Are there babies there?
Are there babies there?
Mom says there might be, but just but just the family is going away on a trip to the mountains. She takes out a book that has pictures of mountains and animals. She points to one with stripes. She says, "What's this?" You answer, "A tiger or a zebra."
Oh. How am I supposed to guess that?
Well, I don't know. Pick one. Zebra isn't an actual animal. Tiger kind of is.
No tiger.
Alright. Right! You're such a smart baby. Apparently. Time to feed the fish. You pinch a small amount of fish food between your fingers and tap on the glass. There's no sign of Gabriella. You can be confused or unaffected.
Confused.
Call for Mom, look for Gabriella, do nothing.
Look for Gabriella.
You put your hand in the fishbowl and look for Gabriella. She is stuck under a rock. She is stiff and her eyes are puffed out. You think that she might be sick. You can call for Mom or take Gabby out.
Call for Mom.
Gabby floats up to the surface from under a big... why that happens again, I'm not sure. Her eyes seem very puffy and her body is stiff. You are relieved to see she hasn't jumped out of the bowl. You can start to leave the room, or you can ask Mom about Gabby.
Ask Mom.
Mom stutters through the answers to your questions. She is uncomfortable and sad. Mom explains that Gabby can't swim anymore. Mom says she's dead. that she's gone away. How can that be? She's right there. What is dead, you wonder. You are confused. Mom says that Gabby has to be taken out of the bowl. You can flush Gabby down the toilet, or keep her in a box in your drawer.
Flush her down the toilet.
Even though Mom has on a sad face, you giggle at the thought of Gabby swimming in the bowl. You wonder if she will tickle you the next time you go to the bathroom.
That's
you
just
are
disturbing.
Weird.
That is creepy.
You laugh at that. It isn't a real laugh, but you don't know what else to do. You are messed up, girl. Wow. You are in the sandbox playing with your favorite toy. An older girl pulls it away from you and screams, "Mine!" You can be angry or anxious.
Angry.
You can grab it back, get an adult, or cry.
Grab it back.
The child seems much stronger than you. She puts 3 fingers in your mouth and tries to push you away. She is holding the toy above your head. You can try to bite her or run away.
Bite her.
There we go. I had to coax Stein Eric into doing that. Crash! The toy comes down right on your head. Crash again! Crash again! You are beginning to feel dizzy. You cry out. Crash! Crash! She finally stops, but your head and face are covered with scratches. The girl's mother takes her away before either one of your parents can tell what happened. Although it's fairly certain that she's the one responsible, since she's clearly holding your toy, and you're the one who's bleeding! But, at any rate...
She just, like, bashed my head in.
She is a problem...
What a wonderful little girl.
She is a problem child. Go figure! Because she hits other children. Really? She has done this before. You were treated unfairly.
No, really? She just beat
No,
me on the head.
she just beat you.
Just beat the shit out of me.
Yeah, well. Daddy says it's time to go to bed. You can be cranky/mad or tired.
Tired. She's gonna beat in the head.
Ask to stay up a little while longer. Say, "I don't want to go to bed," or ignore the request.
Ignore the request?
You are falling asleep even as Dad is talking to you. He carries you to the bedroom. You can ask for a drink of water or go to sleep.
Ask for a drink of water.
Dad goes mumbling off and comes back with a drink. You sip it very slowly, keeping one eye on him at all times. You finish it. Ask for a drink, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Good night, Dad says. I love you. And that's it for this episode. So, I am going to stop the recording, and we'll come back in the next part. Alright, we're back. And I'll probably need to reselect. Yeah, DOSBox needs to be reselected. Need to restart my timer. And there we go.
Yay.
Alright, so we're going to select a mood, creative/board, and remind me to save after this episode is over. Move, creative/board. Okay, that's it. So creative or board?
Creative.
You can walk over to Dad, or begin mixing mud and water.
Mix mud and water.
The mixing is best accomplished.
I will feed him the mud soup.
You are going to actually feed him the mud soup. Wow.
Yes.
This will be...
I don't know no better.
This is going to be interesting. You carefully dip the shovel into the bucket and remove some mud soup, complete with seashell vegetables. You are going to rub the tiniest little bit of it against his lips, certain that it will not wake him up. At the last moment, you reconsider the act. You can keep feeding him the mud soup, or make believe you are feeding him the mud soup.
Well, fine, I'll make believe it. James like, don't feed him. You crazy?
You occupy yourself for several minutes, making believe that Dad is eating the mud soup. Then you realize that the mud burgers and mud pies are still not eaten, in quotation marks. I don't know why I just did air quotes, but... You fix Dad a nice, juicy mud burger. Perhaps he wouldn't notice if you put a very small amount on your finger and put it on his lips. You can put some on his lips, or get tired and go someplace else to play.
Go someplace else.
Smart move. Chicken! Don't you know most kids your age can't get away with murder? Just think of how much fun it would have been to feed Dad the mud burger. On the
more interesting.
On the positive side, he won't have to remember that when you want to borrow his car later in life. You are playing outside on a warm, sunny day. I forgot to save, damn it. You are... Sorry, that wasn't actually part of the thing. Carefree or tired. When done by hand, you imagine that you are a world-famous chef. First, the course will be mud soup. This will be followed by mud burgers for dessert. Mud pies after you are finished. You... look for Mom, walk over to Dad.
Walk over to Dad.
Dad is still sleeping, but looks like he might be the perfect dinner guest. You ask him if he would like to try the mud soup. You can feed him the mud soup, or make believe you are feeding him the mud soup.